Session highs on equity futures going into the opening bow this Wednesday morning. Good morning to you all. Here's the price action. Equity futures up 40 on the S&P. We advanced by 1.2%. 15 seconds away from the opening bow, with Nasdaq futures up nicely, up more than 2% after an almost 11% decline in 3 trading days. There's the opening bow. Switch up the board in the bond market. Treasuries as follows. A 10-year yield of 0.68%, unchanged on the day. A euro that gets an injection of strength in the last hour or so off the back of our story suggesting that maybe the ECB embraces a more confident outlook. Euro dollar 118.20. And in the commodity market, we reclaim a 37 handle on WTI at 1% on the session. That's the cross-asset price action. Let's get to the market desk and get you some movers. Here's Abigail.
John, let's start out with one stock that is not participating in this morning's bounce back, and that is Tiffany, the luxury jeweler. These shares are plunging on the news that LVMH is trying to pull out of the $16 billion deal, citing tariffs. Tiffany must have anticipated this because very quickly after the news, they announced that they are suing to keep the deal on track, and it's clear that the virus with global lockdowns has certainly had an impact, shutting down the ability to shop. Also sharply lower, Slack, the software communication company, down 16%. Now, they put up a quarter where they basically beat estimates, but the billings for software down, missing the estimate by about 6%, despite boosting the outlook. Very clear that companies, especially small and mid-sized companies hit by the virus, their IT budgets constrained, and we're now looking at the difference between nice to have technology and need to have, and it appears that Slack is nice to have with less buying there. As for a big gainer on the day, Intracellular Therapies soaring on the news that their late-stage stage 3 study for bipolar depression did meet the end point for improvement around depression. This binary event going very well for Intracellular. Not so much, though, for AstraZeneca. The big news today that their late-stage study around the COVID-19 vaccine facing a delay after a patient got ill, an unexplained illness. It's unclear if the delay will turn into a derailment, but it certainly points to the challenges around finding a vaccine for COVID-19, John.